So let's talk about the minor pentatonic scale in string sets of 2. Because last time we talked about each individual string. Think of it as a musician at your disposal. Or an orchestra, you have 6 different members. So in this case, we're going to use the E string and the A string, our 2 bassiest members. Here we go. So, if you take an E minor pentatonic scale that we play E, G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, G. And if you work those up the 6th string from open to, we'll say, 12th, 15th fret, that area. On both, let's start with the E string first. You have the open E, then 1, 2, 3 frets higher, the G, 2 frets higher, the A, 2 frets higher, the B, and then 3 frets higher, the D, and then you get back to the octave E. Okay, so there's the E minor pentatonic scale. 1 octave each way, that I just did. Now if we start on the A string, we're going to play A, then up to the 2nd fret B, 5th fret D, 7th fret E, 10th fret G, and then 12th fret A. Okay, so there's the E minor pentatonic running up both strings, 6 and 5, different starting points, the open E and the open A. Now, the next thing to keep in mind is between frets there, or between notes, there are a different number of frets, either 3 frets higher or 2 frets higher. So like from E to G, that's open, and then 1, 2, 3 frets higher. And same thing from B to D. B, and then 1, 2, 3 frets for D. So keep that in mind. Same thing on the 5th string, B, and then 1, 2, 3 frets higher is D, and then E, 1, 2, 3 frets higher is G. Because what we're going to do is create some symmetrical and non-symmetrical patterns where we're using different fingers for each. So let's start out like we would with an E minor pentatonic scale that's going from 6th string to 1st string. Play the open E, G with your 3rd finger, open A, and then B with your 2nd finger. E, G, A, B. We're going to call this a non-symmetrical pattern because we're using the open 3rd finger on the 3rd fret and then the open 2nd finger on the 2nd fret. Okay, now the same thing when we get to the next note, G, which we're going to play in 2nd position, meaning the 2nd finger is going to start on the 3rd fret, and we're going to play G, A with the 2nd finger and the pinky, and then B, D on the 5th string, 1st finger and the pinky. So both the A and the D are on the 5th fret, but the G is on the 3rd fret, and the B is on the 2nd fret. So there's another non-symmetrical pattern. Skip the open note, sorry. So far, working our way up, we have 2 non-symmetrical patterns. E, G, A, B, G, A, B, D. Now, when we get to the A, B, D, E, that's symmetrical because we're playing the 5th and 7th frets, 5th and 7th frets, 1st and 3rd fingers. I mean, to me, it's a lot more logical to play the 1st and 3rd fingers. You could go like this if you wanted to. Then when we move up to B, B, D, E, G, we're back to another symmetrical pattern. Even though they're 3 frets higher, both strings, B, D, E, G, 3 frets higher. Then we're going to get to D, E on the 10th and 12th, and then G, A on the 10th and 12th, another symmetrical pattern. And then when you hit the octave, 12th to 15th, E, G, and then 12 to 14, A and B. So If you wanted to work this the whole way up, here's what it looks like. I'm just going to play it slow. And that's very vanilla, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and also just going in order. You don't have to, but to start out it might not be a bad idea to do so. Now the thing to keep in mind, you can do this with every pattern, or every note, different keys. You can start somewhere else and do the same thing. Like if, let's say we want to do G minor pentatonic. Oops. And then I can reach that far. The thing to remember is if you take the 5 notes, the first and second note is a 3-fret jump from E to G. E and then 1, 2, 3, G. And then also from, let's see, E, G, A, B. B, the 4th note, from B to D, the 5th note, is another 3 frets. So, in a strange way, I'm thinking you're bookending that with E to G on the front end and B to D on the back end. And then if you think of it as the pattern just keeps repeating, well, D to E, I forgot about that too. So kind of bookending, because we have the 5th note back to the root note, so I thought I had it. But anyways, between E and G, the 1st and 2nd notes, and B to D, the 4th and 5th notes, you have this non-symmetrical pattern. Okay. If you have any questions, or not non-symmetrical pattern, sorry, 3 frets higher. That's what happens when I do these, when I first get up and get ready. And don't do something in between, like make my bed. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. But start with the 6th and 5th strings, and then if you want, here, let me throw this in there. You could do the 5th and 4th. You could do all of them if you want to, but if you get bored of this one, and I don't mean bored, you've done enough, and it's like, okay, what's next? Not, oh, I've had enough. So we have A, B, D, E. Oh, so that's symmetrical. Open second, open second. And we have B to D, so that's going to be 3 frets. B, D, and then E, G is also 3 frets. E, G. So then D, E, G, A. So we have. And then we have E to G. Yep, E to G. A, B, there's non-symmetrical. And if you notice, it's just like this. Just picture the nut of the guitar being a finger. Or here. Use the fingers that I would use if I were using my first finger. So. And then